March 1914. I watched in horror as the figure in my vision picked up a knife. Every instinct screamed at me to stop it, to change the scene, to force a different outcome. But I didn't. And what happened next taught me the most difficult lesson of active imagination. The figure used the knife to carve symbols into stone, symbols that would later appear in medieval alchemical texts I'd never seen. If I had interfered, if I had forced my will upon the vision, I would have never received this teaching. Today, you learn what I call the non-interference protocol, the art of letting the unconscious live without your ego's permission. This is perhaps the hardest skill in active imagination, harder than finding the threshold, harder than maintaining the observer position, because it goes against everything the ego believes about control. As I wrote, you must carefully observe what happens and let the images live their own life. Their own life. Not the life you want them to have. Not the story you'd prefer, but their autonomous existence. Let me explain what actually happens when you interfere. The moment you direct the vision force and outcome edit what you see, you're no longer doing active imagination. You're daydreaming, creating a fantasy, playing director to your own mental movie. And the unconscious, it knows. It stops revealing itself. The figures become puppets. The visions lose their numinous quality. As I discovered, the images have a life of their own and develop according to their own logic if you don't interfere. Now, non-interference doesn't mean passivity. There's a crucial difference between forcing, I make the figure speak, allowing, I let the figure speak if it wishes, controlling, I decide what happens next, witnessing, I observe what happens next, editing, that's too dark, I'll change it, accepting, this darkness must have meaning. The ego wants to be the author, but in active imagination, you're the audience. Here's what I never told most people. The unconscious tests your ability to not interfere. It will show you things that trigger you. Frightening images. Embarrassing scenarios. Morally challenging situations. Why? because it needs to know if you can handle truth or if you'll always prettify reality. I once watched a figure in my vision destroy something I valued. Everything in me wanted to stop it, but I remembered my own principle. Let it live. The destruction revealed itself as transformation. What I thought was ending was actually beginning. Today's exercise will challenge your need for control. You'll practice what I call radical allowing. Whatever comes, let it be. Sit comfortably, hands relaxed. Close your eyes. Establish your observer position. Remember you're watching. Find your threshold state. Begin the descent. Let yourself drop. Arrive in your underground space. Now here's today's practice. Look around until something catches your attention. An object, a figure, a doorway, anything. When you find it, watch what it does. Don't make it do anything. Just watch. If it moves, let it move. If it stays still, let it be still. If it transforms, watch the transformation. Your ego will want to interfere. Notice this urge, but don't act on it. This is radical allowing. If a figure appears and does something disturbing, watch. If the scene changes in a way you don't like it, observe. You're learning to let the unconscious show you what it needs to show you, not what you want to see. Stay here, practicing non-interference. Whatever happens, let it happen. Now, still without forcing, begin to return. Let the vision fade naturally. Feel your body, your breath. Open your eyes. What did you notice? Did the vision surprise you? Go somewhere unexpected? Or did you catch yourself trying to direct it? Both are valuable observations. Write everything down, especially the moments you wanted to interfere. Here's the deep truth about non-interference. When you stop controlling the visions, they start revealing genuine unconscious content. Not what you fear, not what you desire, but what you need to see for your individuation. As I wrote, the figures tell you things you don't know and give you insights you don't have, but only if you let them live. Tomorrow, we learn the embodiment practice. How to not just observe the visions, but participate in them without controlling. It's the paradox of being fully involved while completely allowing. Until tomorrow, notice in your daily life how often you try to control outcomes. The unconscious is always trying to show you something, but first you must let it live.